the 5 ways that dogs learn. And those 5 ways are targeting, luring, capturing, mimicking, and modeling. And then there's some little derivative, little pieces that go in between those 5, but we're going to discuss those 5 today because you're going to use them to build on your tricks. So you may start off really simple, but then we may have to use some modeling to teach them how to get a trick a little bit tighter or a little bit different, and I'm going to show you how those work. So the first one we're going to start today with is targeting. And targeting is fun. It makes dogs problem solve, and if you have a truly clicker trained dog and a dog that can problem solve, you're going to have a lot more fun with tricks because it's going to be a lot easier. So what targeting is they go out and touch something. So there's a couple of ways. We usually start with hand targeting, and so this is something that you can practice. So all you do is you put your hand out and you wait for your dog to touch your hand. And you'll notice I'm using the clicker, and that's our reward marker. You can also use your yes word, but I highly, highly, highly recommend with tricks that you teach your dog the clicker, because yes is a lot short or a lot longer than, and so we can make things a lot more precise with the clicker. So hand targeting is one where you just wait them out and let them figure out to bump their nose to your hand. And you start off really close to their face, and then you'll move it further. And if you guys need further instruction on hand targeting, we have a video for that. We always say we have a video for that. So if you need more instruction on that, just let us know, and we can post a video for it. Other things we might have the dog target, especially in the more advanced ones, here, load up, is target their spot. So he got a click and a treat for targeting his spot. And then also, when we're doing certain tricks, come here. I'm going to turn my back to you. Well, actually, I'm going to turn this sideways. And so what I want him to do is target. So I'm going to start with one foot, and you would slowly build up with your dog. And of course, this is a process. They have to think about it. 1 foot on, that was good. And what I'm looking for is both feet on. And with this trick, for example, we might use targeting first so that he knows he's working with this item, but then I might switch it to luring, which is another way that they learn. And so I've got 1 foot, I can click and treat that, but I'm going for, yes, that right there. So he's a more advanced dog, so I kind of pushed him a little bit. You can just reward the 1 foot, and if you need any more coaching on the pods, let us know because we have a video for that. And Lisa, who is the other instructor in this course, her dog does all 4 paws, which I believe is an excellent, or maybe it's a champion trick. I think it's advanced, I don't know. So Lisa can figure that out for you and let you know in the comments. But putting all 4 feet stacking on these is a trick. So we just start out with simple targeting. Okay, so with the luring, simple tricks that you can teach your dog to lure with, because not all dogs understand to follow the treat, which is kind of funny because some dogs are so food motivated, and then you get a dog that doesn't understand to follow it, is just spin in a circle. And then if you have a pedestal at home, you can tighten up your circle by getting them to spin on the pedestal. I actually had a really hard time teaching him spin on the floor, but he did really good on the pedestal. So these pedestals, this is a Blue Knife pedestal, and I can definitely order one for you. The Blue Knife pedestals we're going to use for a lot of tricks, especially as you get more to the more advanced ones. So you may have to be kind of inventive at home. Some of the tricks will require a pedestal on the Do More With Your Dog title, but not so much on the Trick Dog title. We can kind of bypass the pedestals. We also use the Cato boards a lot, so you'll see that they're a little bit lower pedestal. So we've done targeting and we've done luring. And so another way that a dog will learn is by capturing. So say you haven't taught your dog to sit and you want it to learn to sit and it's not doing it from the luring. Come here. So there's the lure to the sit. I clicked and treated him when he did it, so there's your lure. What about capturing? So come here. What if I just wait for him to do it and I click it? Now let's say I want to capture a DOWN. I'll just wait him out, and then he gets the click and the treat for it. So capturing is catching it. One of the behaviors I've been notorious for capturing is bow. And that's because dogs stretch. They either do the play bow or they stretch a lot, and I'll capture that with I use this cue for bow. You can use, there's a bunch of different ways to do it, and we'll teach you some ways if you want. But capturing is, they just did it, you love it, let's get it. So they're laying on their back, and you wanted go night night or dead dog, and they're laying on their back, and you go, oh, bang, good dead dog, or night night, and so that's capturing the trick. All right, so another way that we teach our dogs is by mimicking, and we will use mimicking in stuff like shake or some of the paws like the chorus line kicks, things like that. So what mimicking is him doing the same thing as me. So I'm going to raise my paw and give him a wave. And this is one he doesn't do very often. I'm going to give yes. So he mimicked me, so he got the yes because I wasn't on the clicker on that one. So let's see if he'll do it again. Yes, good boy. And you can even be as tight as he has to do the arm that I do. So this is good for salutes, for shakes, for waves, and all kinds of other tricks. As far as the chorus line kicks go, mimicking with the chorus line kicks, he knows, I didn't have any treats in my hand. The different ways that I move my foot, he copies me. And we did this just by me holding my foot up, and we can teach you how to do this. Now I want this foot, so I'm going to cross over. He gets a click and a treat for doing that. So then I can turn him around, and we can do our chorus line kicks, and we can do them facing each other, we can do them away from each other. But say I want him to go foot to foot, same foot. So I'm going to do it. Yes. So I put my foot in a different position. So he's mimicking me in a different way. So I put this one out. Yes. Now say I still want that foot with this leg. I'm going to cross over. Yes, good boy. And so that's something we're still fine-tuning, but my leg position gets him to mimic different things. So mimicking is something that can help, especially with scared dogs. We use it with puppy mill dogs a lot. They'll kind of do what the other dogs do. So the last one is modeling. One of the big ones that we use modeling for, well, the general public uses it for sitting down. They put their hands on their dog. When we use modeling, we don't want to model for long. We don't. It's like modeling clay. You're putting them in the position and then clicking and treating, or yes and treat. We don't want to use modeling for long. We want to get rid of that really quick because we don't want to have to leave that, because we want to put it on cue. So it's just like a lure. We don't want to lure for long. Modeling, we don't want to model for long, and especially with modeling. So off. So one of the things that I typically will model with is back up. And by modeling, like I said, you can put your hands on, but you can also use an obstacle. So let's say I want him to back up. Back. I am modeling right here because I gave him a couch or a coffee table and me to stay in between. So it kept him in there. So the items and me modeled him straight back in a straight line. So off. Okay. So the couch cushions are keeping him in a straight line. So I'm modeling him there. Now remember at the beginning of this video I said, you know, I was trying to lure with the spin here, and he didn't get it, so I put him on the pedestal. So that's putting the lure and the modeling together, because the pedestal kept him tight and he couldn't jump around and do what he was doing on the floor. So I used the pedestal for modeling, and then I used the lure for luring. So what I want you guys to do is practice some of the things that I mentioned. If you need further description, because I didn't give much description on them, let us know. We'll shoot you a video, or we'll do a live on this page. But I just wanted you guys to kind of get that we use these 5 things a lot. Now we'll add things like adduction, where we put 2 things together, like in a crawl, we do down and come, and then that makes it crawl. We will also use things like taking approximation. So like when we're doing rollover, some dogs won't kick their hip over, so they'll get a treat when they finally kick their hip over. They'll get a treat whenever they duck their shoulder. They'll get a treat on their side if you want to catch night night or dead dog, and then they get the treat for the complete rollover. So we'll use little incremental training for some things. especially the harder tricks. Sometimes you gotta teach a couple of small tricks to get your harder trick. So let us know if you have any questions about this video. This is your intro video to the Trick Dog page. Everybody should watch this video. It will stay up in the comments and on the file if you ever want to come back and listen to it. Have fun training. Me and Lisa are excited to work with you, and feel free to comment and ask us questions, because that's what we're here for.